Okay. Okay, so hive when we start, right? So hive become start from the hive architecture. Okay. So what is hive? Anybody can tell the definition, basic definition. What is a hive? Hive is a part of Hadoop ecosystem component, Hadoop ecosystem. But what is exactly hive?
It's a warehouse kind of thing where we store
Mhm.
a structure unstructured data.
Okay, so SQL data warehouse tool. It's correct. It's a SQL data warehouse tool. It's a historical data when keep it in the hive. Okay, it's a data warehouse tool. And so underlying storage for the hive is Hadoop file system, and hive is using internally the storage of Hadoop file system. And hive is having the two things. One is hive actual data and hive metadata. Okay, so actual data is stored on the Hadoop. The actual data is stored on Hadoop, right? SDFS file system, Hadoop distributed file system, and hive metadata is stored in metastore DB. Okay, metastore DB. So this metastore DB by default comes with hive with a Derby. So you remember, right? Derby is a default database store for Hive, and it's a internal database, right? But suppose you want to configure any other SQL database instead of Hive, you can do like MySQL, Oracle, okay, SQL Server. So you can configure, but you have to change hive site.xml. In the hive site.xml file, we have to we have to configure we have to configure hive URL, sorry, yes, metastore DB URL, username, password. So once you configure this all things, so your metastore will be stored. So this metadata will be stored in that particular database. But if you are not doing anything, configuration change, if you don't change any configuration, so it will be automatically will be used your Derby. Okay. And Derby is having one TBLS table. TBLS table has the information about the data about data. Okay. So what type of data type information like is whether the table is an internal table or external table. So type of table. So type of table. So there are the two types of tables are there. Like one is internal table, internal or external. Right? So internal or external table. So that type of table is basically defined as right in the TBLS. Okay. So internal is also called managed table. I will talk about this, all this, right? What is the internal, what is the external table, and how to create tables, how to uh, manage these tables. Okay. Next is a column types. So column types. So how many columns are there? All the column types and column data types. So data types is also okay. So this all things are configured in the TBLS, right? So anytime if you want to look at the metadata information, so you can go to this table, you can connect separately to Derby and get the data information, like select queries you can do. But if I want to query to my actual data in the table, okay, so I will be using the Hive. Okay, just 1 minute actually. On call. Okay, so I was talking about what I was saying. Can anyone tell what I was telling the last?
It's talking about external table and internal table
Okay,
and
okay.
meta
So
store.
that I will go, okay, when I will talk about in detail, right? What is the internal, what is external, how to create these tables, how to use it. Okay. But TBLS, I'm just telling the information, right? So this is in the meta store DB, okay? Because Hive is like divide into two part, right? One is actual data, one is metadata, okay? So why they are keeping it metadata separately? Because sometimes your data is not accessible, right? But you want to get some metadata information, you want to check, right? So you can do separate, right? You can get it, okay? So when we come to the Hive architecture, okay, so Hive architecture, what are the key component of the Hive? That is a Hive architecture. Like whenever we go for any architecture, not only Hive architecture, I say any XYZ architecture like Mongo, Kafka. So every architecture has some set of components, right? Like it is made of some components, and these components are working together, right? And these components have some responsibilities in that particular architecture, right? They have some role, right? Role and responsibility. So if I talk about in Hive, so Hive is having the Hive CLI. This is very, very well known, right? We command line interface. So whenever I want to type any query, right? SQL queries, anything, right? So Hive prompt will come. So right? Hadoop command you can directly write on the terminal, right? Because those are the Hadoop command are the Linux type of command. So there is no CLI, specific CLI is not there. It is using the your dollar terminal. But for Hive, it's similar to like Python and other like a CLI based tools, right? So Hive is having its own CLI. You can write queries on the Hive CLI, and it is called interactive shell. Why it is interactive? Because when you hit the query, you say select star from table, my table, and then you hit the query, you will get the result. Either it will be pass or fail, or you will anything, something it will come. Okay. So it will definitely give you the result. That's the reason it is called interactive shell. Another one component is Hive metadata store, Hive meta store. So Hive meta store DB is another architecture component meta store DB. So I already discussed about to you by default is a Derby, but any other database also can be configured if it is on demand. Okay. Okay. So meta store DB purpose is to keep the metadata about actual data in table. Okay. And next component is I say Hive is when you are giving a query, right? So there are many phases are there. Right. In the SQL DB is also whenever you are giving queries, the query is compiled, query is parsed. First query is parser. So there is a parser is there, right, which is parsing your query, compiler, so compiling your query, right? So these are the like internal component of the Hive, which is doing parsing, compiling, and execution. So execution engine is there. This execution engine is like a Hive execution engine. So DB engine, Hive DB engine, right, which is executing the actual query. But here, instead of like if you have no right, right about in SQL, like we database engine can give you the result, but here is not like that. Here is the job is converted into the map reduce. Okay, and map reduce is finally executed. Then we get the result from the file system, Hadoop file system execution. Okay, so execution of map reduce job. Okay, and then we get the result of query. Okay, so then we get the result. So here is basically it's like a different phases are there, like logical plan, physical plan, and then map reduce plan. Okay, so this kind of conversion is happening. It's an internal processing of the query, and then finally we are getting the result from the Hadoop file system, right? So some files is mapped to the location of the table, right? So underlying data is stored in the files because it is stored in a some file, and this file could be any file format, right? It could be XML file, CSV file, JSON file, Parquet file, or Avro file, ORC file. So there are so many file formats are there. It could be. So, but we had to define our create table syntax of that particular type of data. If my data is a text format data, right, comma delimited data, that is a called text format data. So text format is a default format. Text format data is a default format. It's a default format for Hive. Okay. So if I write or not write stored as text, it means the table is a text format type. Okay. So any file which is a text format type, you can get the data as a text formatted data. If you have any other format, so you have to define different types of surdays you have to define. So it's stored as Parquet. If your file is a Parquet file, if you have a file is a ORC file, so it's stored as ORC. If your file is a Avro file, you will be doing stored as Avro. So these are, I will talk about these all file formats. So you should know which file format is better, right? Which file format is faster to read, which file format is faster to write, which file format is more compressible like ORC. So these are the characteristics. So we should know because text file format, CSV, JSON, these are all called text only. So text is, if I say this text format, not only just text, it like a any CSV file, JSON file, XML file, these are human readable file. So human readable files are like a text format, right? But some files which are not human readable, these are compressed file. These are not compressed. These are not compressed. Okay. As it is, whatever data you look at in the file, same data you will look at in the table. Okay. But compressed one, where the underlying storage, your data is compressed, but when you look at in the table, select query, you will get like a data human readable. Okay. So while querying the data to the table, so you will be able to read. You will be able to read. Okay. But underlying file delta. See, delta is different. Delta is for incremental load, and delta is not a type of Hive. Okay. Delta is in the Databricks. Okay. So I will tell you this delta when we are creating a Databricks, right? Databricks is a complete Hadoop Spark environment, right? Okay. But here we are using our own custom environment that is Ubuntu based, like Hive installation, right? So this is the pure vanilla Hadoop, pure vanilla Hive. Okay. So here, these are the vendor specific format. Okay. So, but Parquet ORC Avro is introduced, right? It is already introduced in the Hive. That is the reason we are able to get it. Okay. But if you say Delta or one is a hoodie is also there. If you heard about hoodie is also one type of that is hoodie. The inventor of hoodie is Uber. Okay. So these kind of file format are specifically designed other file format, and that is specifically used in that environment only. Okay. But this hoodie and delta can be used in the AWS, in the glue we can use. Okay. And we can use in the Databricks. Okay. Databricks is supporting the delta. So delta is basically used for incremental data, like data is coming every day and we want to insert the data, new data. So incremental data I use. Okay. So underlying data is a compressed data. So underlying data is compressed. Okay. So ORC is considered is the best compression. So ORC is the highest compression level, highest compression level. Snap, okay, Parquet is having a snappy. So ORC is the highest compression compared to Avro and Parquet. Okay, it is a Parquet, not Parquet. Okay, many people call it Parquet. So it's not Parquet. Okay, Parquet. So here is T silent. Okay, so this is all the basic like okay, some more additional component is there. One is a beeline. So beeline is a like Hift server. Okay. So in Hive there is a one Hive server 2. So Hive server 2 is basically beeline command line. Actually, generally in the companies, they don't give the Hive CLI access because Hive CLI access can have right access of the internal table. So for security point of view, they give the beeline access, and it's a user role based access. Okay, so based on your user and role access, you will be able to get the table access. Okay, and beeline command line, that is a Hive server 2, so you can access. Okay, and what is the advantage of the thrift server, this Hive server 2? Like suppose you have like Tableau in Windows. Okay, Tableau in Windows. When Tableau, everybody's know, right? Tableau is a reporting tool, and you want to integrate and get the data from Hive in Unix environment. So different cross-platform. So whenever it comes to the cross-platform, cross-language communication. So this Thrift is a protocol. Thrift is a protocol. Okay. And the Thrift is a server. So Hive is providing the Thrift server. So Thrift is not specific to Hive, right? Thrift is a general protocol, and Thrift is even implemented in the HBase also Thrift. So there is a HBase also having a Thrift, and Spark also provide the Thrift. And Thrift, one more advantage is there, like you can REST APIs integration. Suppose sometimes you want to create a table in HBase through REST API calls, right? Okay, so you can access something like your server, you can access your database, right? So using the call REST commands you can do. Okay, so this is the advantage of using the Thrift server. So Spark also having Thrift. HBase is also using the Thrift server. So Thrift protocol is basically for the cross-platform, cross-language communication. Okay, and the implementation is done by some Thrift server that is internally given by that particular tool. Okay, so Beeline is like a command line tool in the command line, same like a Hive CLI, but it needs a user role access permissions to log into your Hive. Okay, so companies generally giving this Beeline access. Okay, so these are the typical component, right? I just talked about. So now once we come to the table, right? So there are the two types of tables, right? Internal table and external table. Okay. It's very, very known questions, right? Out of 10, 8 times this questions will be asked. Okay. So this internal table is like called managed table. Okay, because these tables are managed within a warehouse directory. So within warehouse directory, if we guys have not installed Hive, I will tell about. So that is the like a slash user slash Hive slash warehouse. So this is the internal directory of Hive, internal directory of Hive, where managed table or internal table, managed or internal tables are stored. Okay. So if I say this is the internal directory where managed or internal table both are used, both are stored. Okay. So both are same name. Okay. And there is a one drawback in the internal table. When you drop internal table, your data and schema both will be deleted. So there are two things are there, right? Data and schema. So schema is nothing but your meta store DB information, right? Meta store DB info, right? That meta info information, meta information. Okay. So that information is your schema. Schema is nothing but like you are defining the column names, column types, right? So that is called schema. And data is stored on the Hadoop file system. So your when you drop internal table, data and schema both will be deleted. Okay, so this is the drawback. But external table, that is the reason I told you it is like making it we are secure. We gave the access of Beeline. And external table, if I say external table, so external table is outside the warehouse directory. So outside the warehouse directory, when I say outside the warehouse directory, it is anywhere in the HDFS, but not in the warehouse. So generally external table, we give the location and we give the some outside warehouse directory, like suppose some test directory, and there is my table directory is my location of the table. And actually in this table directory, I will be storing my file. I will store my text file data, my data, right, which I want to load into file table. I will store my text file data into this location. So either way you can do, you can copy the file there in this location, so your data will be populated, or you can use load data local command, right? I will show you that command, how to create an internal and external table. So first we are understanding here, when we are creating an external table, which is outside the warehouse directory, so we use mostly the location keyword. If I don't use the location keyword in the external direct table, so the table will be automatically created the warehouse. Okay. But still the rule is rule, right? If I say internal table is the table, and the external table is the keyword comes external. So if you are creating an external table, so create external table, external my table. So whenever you are creating table, you will use the external keyword. So this keyword will make it whether the table is internal or external. Okay. So if the table is becoming external, so it will not drop the data. It will schema delete it. So it will be deleting only schema, not data. So data will be remain at the same position, same location. So you can recreate table from existing data, existing data from existing data in HDFS. Okay, so what is the benefit here, right? Suppose you by mistake you drop the table, okay, but still you have a create table syntax, right? You can again run the create table syntax. Your data and table both will be associated. So here simply you are making it de-association or association, right? Your data is there in some location, you are making it association, and when you are dropping table, you are making it de-association. Okay, somebody is typing anything. Yeah, the other file format, everything can be used. See, Databricks support everything, okay? But Databricks has given its own file format as well. Okay, so internal table and external table, this is a very basic difference. The first is internal table is always created in the warehouse, but external table we can create even the warehouse or outside warehouse, depend on this location keyword. So if you specify location, it will go to the outside warehouse. If you don't specify location, it will go to the warehouse. But external table property is like when you drop a table, the data will remain there, but the schema will be deleted. Okay. Okay. So this statement you just understand clearly. Okay. So these are the two types of tables. But why we have these two categories, right? Why they have made the two categories? See, external table is generally we want to keep it secure our internal table. Okay. So internal table, mostly we create an external table only, right? Because external tables can be mapped to the multiple table. Suppose I have some data location. This is my data location, right? So this data location, suppose I created one external table, create external table, my table, and I given this location. This is my location for this one. Okay. Same location I can use for another table also. Okay. So whatever changes will happen in the table, suppose I want to create a different table with the same data. So I can say my table one. Okay. So I'm keeping it the location same. So here the advantage is when we have location, right? So I can point out the location for multiple table, right? So multiple table, I can point out the same location and I can deal with the table. So that's the benefit of external table. You can have a mapping of, so for different purpose, you can use it. Okay. So this is a external table and internal table. Okay.
Can you repeat once again? Why can you use external table? Just now you said something.
What?
Uh, why we will use external table?
Okay,
Can you
see,
include
external
it?
table, like you can have multiple tables, like for the same location, right? Because of the external location keyword is there, like, right? So you can specify, right? But in case of internal table, it automatically take the warehouse directory and there is a DB folder is created. Okay, suppose your table is in the one XYZ database. Okay, so inside the warehouse, there is a one database folder is created XYZ DB slash your table folder name. Suppose my table name is my table. So my table folder, and inside this, the file will come. Okay, so this is the basic terminology, right, for the how the file will be stored. But this is fixed. Okay, so you cannot use it for any other table, right? But here, in case of external table, same location can be mapped to the different table, right? Like I created one external table, my table, one external table is my table one. So these are the two different tables, right? Correct. But pointing the location is the same data, right? Okay, so that's the benefit is that. Okay, and here the main the advantage, if I say, the advantage is like if I delete the table, my data will not be deleted. This location will be still there. I will show you practically, right? Because this is not a big thing, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the when we are coming to the like hands-on thing, so we will see even I drop this table, my data is location is same. Again, you create table command, you will get the data back. Okay, but like you will get the data back in your table. Okay, okay. Any other question anyone has? So technically, external internal table are stored in the same location. No, internally, that technically, if we say like if I'm not giving the location, then it will be going to the same location. Okay, like warehouse directory. Because if I have manually specify my location, it cannot go to the warehouse directory. But internal table always go to the warehouse because if you are not using external keyword, okay, and you are creating a table, your table will go always to go to the warehouse. Automatically, it will create the location. You don't need to tell because it is having some terminologies, right? Data warehouse is there, then DB folder, then table folder. But here is not consider like which database folder or something. Any location you can give. Okay. If you say XYZ location, it will go to the XYZ location. So it is just pointing out the data. So pointing out the data means if your data is removed from that location, your table data is removed. So that is the reason the location is very important thing, right? By mistake, like suppose you are pointing out some data, some table location, but somebody deleted that folder. What will happen? Will you get the data in the table? Will you get the data in the table or not? Suppose I'm just pointing out this test location. Somebody has done Hadoop FS minus RMR and he deleted this entire folder. It is gone, right? Okay, so that is the reason like here we have to do security in a different way. Okay, external table, because external table is not secure because the open location, these are the open location, because the warehouse location everyone cannot access, because if I'm not giving a hive CLI prompt, so nobody can access this my warehouse directory. Generally companies they don't give, so very secure table they keep it here. Okay.
External table is data is deleted. Schema is
But
we
data
drop.
is important, right? See,
Yeah,
schema is just a two, three lines of syntax, right? So that is like even you can have, right? Because you already created table, correct? But if
so
data is deleted, how will you bring it? Okay,
real time is a lot of
right? So
sometimes is
we have to
200 columns also.
yes. So we have to bring the data again the same process, right?
Yeah,
Suppose that data also you bought some way, right? Because Hadoop file system is not creating the data on the fly, right? So
yes,
data is coming from some external source. Again, you have to bring the data.
yes, sir.
That is the thing, right? Okay. So that part comes in the security things, right? Like, okay, how can you make it your secure table, like the role access, permissions, right? So, and sometimes we make it read only, right? Even you try the location, like, now it will not allow to delete the directly. So that is possible, right? But I'm saying in the general scenario. Okay. Okay. So how to start? Like, okay, so I start. Okay, everybody has not installed Hive, right? Right? Some people installed, but some not. So I just first guide today the installation thing. So tomorrow I will do this internal and external table practical. So let me today tell you the installation things. Okay. So Ubuntu already we have Hadoop because Hadoop is a prerequisite. If your Hadoop is not there, you cannot go for Hive. That's the first thing. And second thing is you should have Java installed because Java already you installed because when you installed Hadoop means Java you installed. So these two prerequisite. So you should have Hadoop should be there and Hadoop is there means Java is there, right? So both are there. Okay. So next thing is we had to go to the Hive official web page. Okay, from this link, download the release. Okay, we will go to the Hive 3.x version. So 3.1.3 version, this is the latest release version. And this bin tar file, you download it and copy it into your software folder. Okay, so copy into your software folder. And next step, what you have to do once you copy in the software folder. So this part you understood. You will just download it and just copy into the software folder. So the folder name will come 3.1.3 bintar, right? You can rename to till Apache Hive 3.1.3. So this part you can rename and make it, the folder name is the 3.1.3, right? So it will be like unnecessary bin, you don't need to keep it. Okay, and this Hive home and Hive path, the bin path you have to set in the bash RC, but it is wrong here. Okay, there should be no space should come first of all here, and home should start with the slash. Okay, and you should use your username, right? Whatever username is there. So you can follow instructions in the my document, okay? Because I have all commands I corrected. Okay. I think I have already mentioned it. So this is your training batch one classwork. So here is the installations one. So here, this is the, so I go through here. So yeah, so it is starting from the here Hive. So when you wget command, you can directly, somebody has changed it. So wget command you can do. So you can download it in your, even directly you can do the software folder. Change your username. Suppose your like any username, you can change my name to your username. Go to the directory. Okay, and just wget command, tar command, mb command. So this is all you can do. Next thing is you have to use the bash rc. So you go to the sudo nano bash rc. So this all command you have to run on the dollar shell. Okay, and just put it same like a path. Okay, but make sure like you are changing your username here. Then after you are doing the source bash rc command dollar shell, and I think this Hadoop home directory you are putting in the Hive config file. So one Hive config file, you have to put this export Hadoop home path. Okay. And then you have to create a two directories. So create two Hadoop directories you have to create. One directory is a TMP and one is a user Hive warehouse. So I was talking about this directory, right? Internal table. So you have to create these two directories and give the permission these two directories. G plus W means group and plus is the write permission I'm giving. So why I'm giving write permission? Because I want to allow to write data into these directories. Okay. Next thing is once you done this, next thing is you have to go to the conf directory. Okay. Either you can go to the command line or you can go to the directly in the folder. Okay. The Hive is, let me show you this. So either you can go to the command line or simply you can do rename you can do, or you can go directly in the Hive home directory where you kept it Hive folder, right? Home Arvind like software, right? And then Hive Apache Hive. Go to this directory. There is a conf folder, and inside that conf folder you will get Hive default XML template and change it to the rename Hive site.xml. This is a name standard name for the like any any configuration file, we keep it, right, like site.xml, like core site, SDFS site, hive site, HBase site. Okay. So we change it to the default template file to the hive site.xml. Once you done this, simply you run this command after that. And once you run this command, you will get one error, right? Java IO temp dir. So if you get this error, so what you do, wherever this property is there in your hive site.xml, remove all the properties tag. Okay, end-to-end property tag. Okay. And then after that, you start the hive by hive. Okay. So let me show you. So it's very simple and straightforward. If you see the same steps here, okay, so whatever is there, like creating a directories here, okay, giving the permission to the directories. And after that, the conf directory, there is a hive default.xml template, change it to the hive site.xml, and then schema tool command to initiate Derby. So, you know, right, Derby is a meta store DB. So we have to initialize by my schema of the Derby, right? Initial database schema. So I'm telling here one command, schema tool command. So schema tool command, what type of database? So I'm telling here Derby. Okay, so I have to initialize this. This error will not get it. You will not get this error because this is the old error. Okay. Then they are showing the hive will come directly, but you will not get hive. You will get this error. Okay. So you will get this Java IO temp dir error, and then you have to fix it. One more error will come. I know that error will come, and that error will be saying some illegal character in your hive site.xml. So in your hive site.xml, there is a line number 3215. 3215 line number. Okay, there is some special character are there. Special character. Special character in hive site.xml. Okay, so I'm just telling you because it will 100% will come. So because it came 100 times. Okay, because this is not our fault, this is a fault their side. Actually, they have kept it some special character, and whenever you are doing this schema command, then you will get this error, not here. Hmm. Anybody asking anything? Okay, so this 3215, if you have seen my already some installation video, I shown that. Okay, my installation video is also there. You can follow this video. Okay, this video has all the steps, right? This Hadoop Spark installation video. So in this video, if you just follow fast forward, you can come to know what is the problem. Okay, and this 3215 line number, some special character are there. Just to remove those special character. Okay, so remove special character, but you have to open hive site.xml. Okay, so remove special character. 2 3 characters are there. Remove special character and run $shell run hive. I think this error will come to you before this schema. So again, you run the same command. Run this same command. Okay, because it is validating your hive site.xml. Okay, so run this command again. Okay, so run this command again. Run this command. Okay, so first, when you run this command, you will get the error. Go to 3215 line number, remove those special character and run this same command again. It will be successful. It will be successful like this. It will be showing like this, like this, like this. If you get successful like this, it means your schema is initialized. And once your schema is initialized, now you will type hive. But when you type hive, actually when you type hive, then you will got the error. So this Java IO temp dir error you will get when you type hive. Here you will get the error. So you will get some Java IO temp dir error. So you have to find in your hive site.xml, you have to find wherever Java IO temp dir is there, you have to remove. Okay. Anybody installed hive? Can show, okay, because there is in hive site.xml has this the Java IO temp dir. So hive site.xml. Okay, my Hadoop is started. So when we log in, so I cannot do the installation again. Actually, mine is already installed. If anybody gets the problem, I can install tomorrow. Who is getting the problem? Okay. But you guys try to install first, because if you install, then you will face the problems. And I'm telling you, the video is there and you can rectify the problem, right? You can easily solve it. It is nothing difficult. And it's just a step by step you will do, you will get those errors. And those errors will come because those errors are already part of the installation. Okay. So if those error doesn't come, means your installation is going wrong. Okay. So those error will come and we have the solution of those error, right? One is a 3215 line number. You will clearly see there, their message. I'm not saying this 3251 line. It is already mentioned there also. When the error will come, it will be saying some illegal character at this line number and this position. So you can go to the hivesite.xml and you can remove those character. Okay. I'll show you how it looks like so that you can get the, you can come to know. So
I did receive that error. I deleted it actually. But the other error, I don't know whether it's an error. It's
Java
S
IoT MDIR, right? Java IoT MDIR error comes. The last error, right? When you start Hive shell, okay, when you start Hive on the shell, so it will be giving Java IoT MDIR. Actually, this IoT MDIR is not configured, so we have to remove all the places in the Hive start.xml. So when I
how
go,
about the SLF4? Okay.
which one? Which one?
It says class path contains multiple SLF4J
Class
bindings.
file not found. What is that error?
Class path contains multiple SLF4J. I can write it down there.
So this is the hive site.xml. So I'm showing you like template file is there or not. Actually, I have directly renamed the template. Okay, so I cannot get the template, but I can show you the my download folder will have the hive. Okay, if I have copied from there, hive Hadoop is this. So hive sorted. This is Apache Hive 3.1.3. So this folder is the original Hive, okay, whatever I downloaded and I extracted, okay. So whatever this one is showing, the same thing you will get. So if you see here, Hive default XML is there, right? It is not changed, right? So this file we have to rename it. So just rename it. You have to do hive site.xml. So hive-site.xml. Okay. And then once you change it, then you can open in the text editor and I'm showing to you what illegal character is coming because this is a original file. Okay. If I go to the 3215 line number, so better to open it in the editor, right?
VI,
Right. Command line,
VI.
it will be tough to go to that line. So 3215. So when you come to 3215.
It's a special ampersand.
Yes. So
Ampersand.
that character 32. Yeah. So 3215. This one. See, this three character 8 is fine, but you can remove everything because it is something like okay, for transition. Okay. So this one you save it. First thing. Okay. And the second thing is like when you start the Hive shell, you will get the error. What is this coming? This is the Richard, this is just SLF4J. It's not error, right? This is all like a warning, like SLF4J. So
That
this
is one. It is one because Hive stats.
yeah, but your Hive shell is coming and you are able to do create database, show tables, then it's fine. It is fine. Okay, so second thing is Java IO temp dir. Okay, so what is that? So Java IO temp dir. So if I copy this one, Java IO temp dir. So this thing you will get in the error. Something error will be there, and you have to search in the error. So total 4 of 5. 5 places are there. So how to remove? So complete property you remove where this IO temp dir coming. Okay. Even it is in the description, it is not harmful because it is not part of the value. Okay. But I'm just for the everything I'm removing wherever the all the 5 places. Okay. So I'm removing this property tag, starting and ending tag. And then again I search, I will find 4 more places. So if you see, this is the second one. So second property I'm going to remove. Okay. Now again I'm going to search. Now I will find 3 places. But these two are together, like one property and second property. Remove it. And this is now the last one that we have to remove. So this is the last one that we have to remove. So now we are done. And now if you find it, you will not find. Okay. So once you're done and save it, okay, don't forget to save. And then after you start your Hive. Okay. So this is a change. I'm telling you already, right? Because how to do change. Okay. Then you will not get the error. Okay. So you will get your Hive shell. If your Hive shell comes like, okay, so I start my Hadoop. And one more thing is when you are doing Hadoop installation, keep it Hive installation, start your Hadoop first, because without Hadoop, you cannot create a directories. Okay. Because those Hadoop directories you can't create, right? So keep it running your Hadoop first, and then you install Hive. Because in the process of installation Hive, you have to create a directories, right? The mkdir directories you're creating. Okay. So this part you completed. Tomorrow I will show the internal and external table and partitions, right? So how to Hive use partitions bucketing. So let's see start tomorrow. So this first you complete your Hive installation, and like once your Hive installation is completed, then you have to write a Hive on the shell. And once you write Hive on the shell, you will get Hive prompt. And this Hive prompt you will get, you have to, you can run any Hive command, right? You can database command. So SQL commands you can run, right? Create database, database name, use database name, show tables. So all those commands you can run. So once you get, you can start Hive. Now Hive will work. So if you have not started Hadoop file system, start all.sh and you are trying to start Hive. So it will give you the error because it is internally using the Hadoop file system, right, for its storage. Okay. So you will get connection refused error. Okay. So connection refused means you have to start your. So why I'm getting this error? Because I just immediately started Hadoop. I cannot start the anything, or I cannot do any operation on the Hadoop. It's a name node in the safe mode. I already told about this. So either you wait for 30 seconds. Once this safe mode will like out of the safe mode, you come automatically, or you don't want to wait for 30 seconds. So you can use SDFS, DFS admin, SDFS, DFS admin minus safe mode leave. Like once you leave it, you will be now safe mode leave, then you can start it. Okay. But 30 second, it takes 30 second to 45 seconds something. It will take time to start your anything you can do on the Hadoop file system, because it is in the, you remember, right? I was telling about one edit log file and fs image file. So every time whenever you start the Hadoop, right? So your fs image copy is a memory copy and edit log is your disk copy. So edit log file always be there, but FS image copy will be recreated. So that takes a time. In that particular duration of the time is creating a new FS image copy. It will be making it like a lock, right? So you cannot do. Okay, so here we can do show databases. Okay, so you will see the database's name and Abhi right now. Okay, this is the. So you install Hive, okay, and then you can see run all the commands will work fine. Okay, because I have to start a meta store DB. Some issue is there. Okay, so keep it this, create this one and let me know. So tomorrow I will do the further practical. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Arvind.